Hey, what's going on, yo? 11:52. Had to put my latch on my door. Listen. What is this? What is this thing they call evolution? What is this thing called evolution? What if there was a legitimate thing called growth? You see, called growth and prosperity. You see, and abundance. When we say prosperity, what do we mean? When we say abundance, what do we actually mean inside of another being's nature that it created throughout the years? And so the originator of nature is hidden, is down below. You see, it's protected. There's guardians in front of these gates. You see, somebody might not like you or don't want you to be around this natural nature where you will find abundance, you see, for your health, for your mind, body, and soul, you see, that type stuff. You see, what is evolution inside of of man's nature? His creation of nature, his mimic of nature, this clone of nature, or this GMO nature. You see? And why do we hurt people based on the GMO nature, the clone nature? You see, I know we can't see God nature. I'm not talking about those who made it to where they put themselves in a position and brought back the Most High's nature in their environment, however it may be, or on their property. You see, I'm not talking to them. They already in position. You see, they knew what to do. You see, so is the thing? Do we get through man's nature and then prosper in man's nature and then go out and then search for the Most High's organic nature? Is that how you do it? Why do we persecute people? Because we don't understand how some people move. You see, if a person talks about his life, talk about his life, and he's talking about all the things that he came through, all the things that he swam through, all the things that he studied. You see, all the things that don't touch him no more because he's in control of certain things in his world. You see, can you imagine, just visualize what are people hearing when you're talking? When you're talking, do they say, oh, this is him today? Or do they say, oh, he's talking about something that hindered him, and that's why he's in a position that he's in right now because of what happened 10 years ago, or certain things that he was carrying on with maybe 20, 30 years ago, and he's getting out of it. He knows how to articulate these bodies. So he's giving it to the world because he knows that he's not the only one out here that's going through that. So he's sharing his experience. You see, he's sharing his experience. He can talk it better than anyone who haven't been through those bodies. You see, I remember going down to these places where you have all these ex-drug heads, ex-alcoholics. You see, all these people that I forgot what you call it, and they go and they give their testimonies. You see, they give their testimonies when they were in that world. You see, and can you imagine people coming up to them saying, yeah, man, listen. You should read this book on how to get out your situation because That's a heavy situation. And listen, it's going to hurt you one day. But the person is 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 10 times better than he used to be. He's healthy looking. You see, he knows more, extremely more, than the person that's telling him to read this book, because this person haven't went through it. But they hearing them talk about their experiences in life. And then they'll say to them, well, yeah, after the session is over, people who really aren't listening to the body of these healers or the testimony of these people who came through and made it through, you see, it's like, I don't know if they're listening to them or I don't know. There's a place where illness and sickness abide, you see, and there are people who went through these things, you see, and they caught themselves in a diabolical situation. They caught themselves. And so they stopped and halted, and then they started learning and dissecting it. But they didn't dissect it outside of their illness, or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't illness to them. They were in that space, you see. But they realized this inside of it, you see. So what they had to do, they had to learn themselves and how they move and the sensations and the hunger, you see, for some of these things out here. You see, they had to pause. What made them pause and start thinking inside of their high? You see, inside of their euphoria. What made them think? What made them come back to themselves inside of the feces? You see, of the feces. They didn't get out of the feces, clean themselves off, and then say, oh, I have a thought. No, it happened inside. You see, it happened inside. That's how you get to the root. You have to go in. So when you're talking about these things, I think people believe that you're not in these spaces. I mean, but it's okay. It's okay because they don't talk to you. It's not no human connection. It's a lot of these things aren't human connections. They're inspiring techniques that people use, and it's good because it helps you. It helps you. You see, it helps you. It's a good thing. It's nothing bad about it. It's a good thing. You see, it's inspirational techniques that people give out, and it's good. It's beautiful, but sometimes it hurts too because they'll be saying certain things. And the walk that you had to go through was so goddamn painful. You see, it was so painful because you just didn't bear witness to yourself. You bear witness to those you came from. And a lot of people that surround you and a lot of people that hide their shit. You can see what it looked like when a person is hiding. You can hear it. You see? Because that's you right there. I'm just talking to you. You see, I'm just talking to you. I'm talking about raw psychology. You see, raw psychology. Did you know that the transgressions is not in the person that's going through it and come out of it, because those are renewed minds right there. But It's the people who hold your shit in storage. You see, they hold your shit in storage and attach it to their DNA. And then when they have babies, or they're around people, you know. Listen, don't attach yourself. Don't attach yourself. You have to you have to listen very carefully when people talk. A lot of people just talk to those who would listen or who have ears to hear. You see, they conversate with people like that because they know there was a struggle going through certain things. You see, because before you there was. You see? And a lot of people don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear none of that type shit. You see? Because there's no goodwill towards your human being. You see, there's no goodwill towards your human. They can't see your spirit. They can't see none of that type shit. You see? And then there are those who went through it and they can articulate that shit hella good. And it feels good. You see, and it feels good. And just make sure you say thank you. But don't do a whole lot of talking and shit or whatever or commenting. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see? You don't do that because people get, saying it's a particular interest in the things that they do. So you be careful. Shit, you be careful because listen, you have to just be careful. You see, I don't give a fuck how much whatever they saying to you is making you feel good. Be careful when you commenting on some of these people's pages. You see, if they don't talk to you, if they don't say shit to you, however it may be, God damn it, be careful. I know sometimes you're hyped about it, like, oh, but goddamn, now that made me feel good today. That I can hold on to that all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Let me say something to homie. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker be like, nigga, get the fuck out my motherfucking page, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Shit, Facebook a trip, man. I'm telling you. But no, man. But listen. Just pay attention to the Most High's nature, the organic nature. You see, where you will find seeds. You see, so you can birth good nutrition. You see, and good things. You know what I'm saying? You have to go to baby Jesus, the real one. Shit is out here trying to heal people for real. You see what I'm saying? Shit, if anybody out here is named, call themselves Yahusha, shit, it's our young brother. Shit, I don't want to say his name because I don't know how people feel about me, so I don't want to say too many names. But if you're a dog, I'm gonna say your name. But I ain't gonna say nothing about the brother. You know what I'm saying? Because but he's closer to Jesus than anybody out here. He's closer to Jesus than Yahusha than anybody out here. You see? That little brother came from abomination, and he's doing his righteousness. He know both worlds. And he's pure in it. You see, he's pure in it. I wish a motherfucker would say anything horrible about that young brother. I'm telling you, boy. You see, that shit made me feel good. Hear him develop like that and study what he do. Shit, that's what we do. We pay attention to our brothers and sisters out here. Because we all part of that 144. You see, we all part of that 144, and we are all in different parts of the body to heal the body. We in all different parts of the body. You see, the whole body, the big body. You see that I talk about all the time. He knows what I'm talking about, and other people know what I'm talking about. You see, but anyway, I love y'all. In a minute, yeah.